I like it where it says warming up the digital stage.
Yeah, I know.
You're live.
Welcome everybody to Time to Go. Here we are. We have today myself, Time to Go, Joe, commonly known as Joe. You've also got Howie in the middle there, and Howie's looking really cool tonight. And now the sun's out, Howie. I know that's what it is. And we've also got Nige from Tojj29 Motovlogs.
Evening.
And we've all been really busy this week. I know there's been let me see. It's been a busy week this week. Been red hot. We've got the is it the ABR festivals on?
It is.
Yeah.
Ali, hello, Monkeywood Garage, and Dylan. Good evening.
Hopefully,
Dylan,
everyone that's been to the ABR has made it back safely.
Yeah. And Dylan, the link's in the chat if you want to come on the channel. It's on the top of the chat. You'll see that there. If you do, that's fine. So yeah, this week I personally have had a few issues, which I want to have a word with you, Howie and Nige, because I know you're quite up on the things I'm going to ask about, and that is microphones. Microphones, for me specifically, it's this one here, the DJI Mic 2, in conjunction with the Insta360. Now you'll probably remember this Insta360, Nige. Just remember that?
I had one, but I got rid of it. Absolute crap.
That's that knackered one you logged off.
Good evening, very strange bikers and strange fruit biker. Yes, welcome to the channel. I've been having issues with the mics. Now, my issue is I've been riding with this on the chin now because this is I think this is better picture quality than the GoPro. That's my opinion. Appears to be. So I'm using that now. Well, it is on the front. On the front of the chin, it seems for me the angle and the way it views it to me is better. That one, I'm thinking that one's good. And this one, the other one, which is the GoPro, I'm just trying to set that up on the as a second camera on the bike for when we do our tour, the tour with no name, if you know what I mean. Not yet, anyway. We're going to get a name. We're going to get a name for that for sure. So,
hello, Steve.
Good evening.
So my question, first of all, good evening, Steve. Welcome.
Good evening.
My first question to you guys, Howie and Nye, to get the conversation going is, if I want to use this on the front of my bike and my helmet, which I'm going to do, I tried connecting that with Bluetooth direct to that, but it doesn't work. I don't think there's anything to do with it being faulty. I think that's the way it is. So I've been connecting this in Wi-Fi mode and just recording onto here, taking it back to the PC and then blending them together in the software. The only problem is the sound on this. I've been doing it in stereo, and apparently that's not quite right to do that. I have really issues with it. So any advice you can give me to save me a few days work, because I've spent 3 days doing that.
I get the audio straight on the camera, so I'd hardwire it. If you got the mic adapter, use that.
Did you give me that mic adapter, Nige?
I did. Yes, I gave you one of those in the bundle.
Do you plug a wired mic in?
For free, wasn't it? You said it was free.
I am 99% certain that when that Ace Pro first came out, you could connect I'm sure it was a Mic 2, straight to it. It might have been the Cardo straight to it, and record from the Cardo to the camera. Then they did a firmware update where they stopped them playing nicely.
Yeah.
So I'm sure they did another one. In fact, if you keep yapping, I'm going to have a quick look because I'm sure it will do it.
I'm going to do one now. I'm going to connect a Mic 2 to this, and we'll see what happens. How's that?
I'm quite sure that won't work. I think it'd be horrible.
You reckon?
When I've done it anyway, it is. But it might be I've had this in stereo, because if I connect this to the camera, do I have to set this to mono or something like that? And that might be what's messing it up.
No, with what I thought you were saying earlier was I thought you were pairing it with I thought you had an Action 4 for some reason. But what I was saying is with us, with our 5 Pros, when you do the 2 mics, it puts it on 2 separate channels. So when you hear it coming out your PC, you'll hear one person speaking out the left speaker and then the other speaking out the right.
Yeah, that's why I had a problem when I was taking the audio off here. I had two channels for every single two tracks for every single recording. I couldn't quite understand how that was doing it until now you mentioned it's in stereo and not mono. So I'm going to stop doing that and try it a different way. It must be the heat. It's been very hot lately, isn't it?
It
It's been
has.
28 degrees down here today.
Looking on Google quickly, the Ace Pro will not pair with the Mic 2. The Ace Pro 2 will.
Ah, this is the Ace Pro 1, I believe, must be.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter because as long as I've got a track on here which works and sounds good, I'm trying to get the exhaust sound nice and the bike sound nice and get a nice balance like you do on your when you're riding along. You've got a nice sort of, you can hear the bike, but it's not too loud, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, well, I get Steve to make motorbike noises and then I dub it over the top.
Yeah. Oh
Do you
dear.
not hear him shout? Make a noise like a tractor.
What I want
Right,
to know
here
is, Steve, are you using the same
hello.
makeup artist as Donald Trump?
Yeah. Right, here we go. Go on, Howie. Go for
Right,
it.
let's I got a quick recording, then I'll play it back. So that's connected. I don't know what the setting is for it, but it's connected up to the earbuds onto the Ace Pro. So when I do once I've done that, I'll put it in front of this other camera and it'll run a bit of video. So we'll see what happens. But that's with no stray cat on the top of it or anything like that, and straight into it. So that's probably enough, and I'll run it back.
Okay. Well, I'm quite sure that won't work because it doesn't work on mine anyway.
Is that Ace Pro? Is it Howie, not the 2?
Yeah, this is one that didn't get sent to me. Hold on.
Is it that one there? We need a bit of volume.
So it has. It's
Can
done
you hear
it.
that at all?
Yeah.
Is that clear? When you're listening to Howie, does it sound good or not?
Nah, sounds a bit crap.
I can imagine.
Yeah, but it always sounds tinny straight out the camera, doesn't it?
It does. Yeah, I'd have to run it up on. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll put that bit of video up on the WhatsApp chat in a little while, and then you can all have a look at it. So then it'll give you some idea. But I didn't even know what the setting is for that or what I've set the external mic gain to.
I found a gain on there. You can take the gain from anywhere up to plus 12 up to minus 19 or something on there. You can go really more than minus 12. But I have tried doing that and that didn't work either. It's going to be a quiet evening tonight because I think everybody's back from the ABR now, aren't they? I would have thought.
Eventually, yeah, I limped home.
Oh yeah, you were there, Howie. You did.
Yeah.
Nice spot, didn't you?
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Do you want to hear the story?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we certainly do.
We went off. We got set up, thoroughly knackered. The ground was as hard as rocks to put the tent pegs in. Steve will know about this because he loves camping. And eventually we got everything all set up. But meanwhile, while we were setting everything up, we had the car open because we were going in and out of the car, picking things up and putting it back. Now, we're not sure if we turned the car off properly or if it was left in run mode. But I thought when I left, I'd locked the car up and we went down to the site. So we must have spent about 3 or 4 hours down there. Came back for our tea and Ruth said, "You left the car open." I said, "No, I didn't. I locked it." We tried the keys on it and the thing was completely dead. So it was as flat as anything. We thought, like, okay. So I thought, well, it's obviously there's a fault with the car. And we've got a problem with the car anyway with the... it being a plug-in hybrid, the hybrid plug-in bit don't work with it at the moment.
It's not jazz anyway.
So, so basically, at the end of the day, we slept on it at night with a worry about will we get out of here, by Sunday. And so the following day, we thought just sod it. Called Green Flag up. Green Flag came out, and I thought, well, if he does get it going, I'm not going to risk sitting here for another day, and then on Sunday morning it not starting and me having to phone them up again because you have to pay the second time you phone them for the same fault. So we said, sod it, let's just take the tent down, pack it all away, and we came home basically around about dinner time on on Saturday. So I don't want to be stranded up there with a knackered car. And plus, I want to be back down here near a garage that I trust and home, and my son's car that we can use should our car not be roadworthy. So,
Is this a Chinese car?
oh God, is it ever? Yeah.
Oh,
There we
Everything's
A
go.
Chinese.
bloody, it's not a Jazz, unfortunately. So you can't have a second bite of the cherry there. But no, it's an MG, and I come from Abingdon, which where the original MGs was made. Hence the reason why I kind of brought one. But
Well, Strange Fruit
is
Bike,
what
good comment there, by the way. You say the Intus 360 mic air transmitter, they make one, 49 quid.
yeah, they're the little round disc ones, aren't they?
I ain't going to buy one of them. I'm not going to spend more money. I've already spent a load on this one.
yeah, this is it. You can spend far too much bloody money,
You can.
yeah.
But I mean,
It does.
Slowbo said as well, he's down the rabbit hole with the mics and the audio at the minute, and he did say on one of the videos the other day, if you notice with the wireless mics when you're using it, if you're doing a long sort of video where you've got lots of video files that all join together, well, we know with the DJIs, it's either a second or 1 point something seconds that it loses every time it stops for one file and starts the next.
Yeah, I didn't
But
know.
that's the camera, but the mics keep recording. So each time those video files are joining, they're losing, I don't know, say 1 second, 2 second, 3 second. Well, of course, time you get down there, if you're using all of that video, you're going to start seeing, and I saw it as well, that your lips are out of sync with the actual audio.
That's not good, is it?
Yeah.
Well, you can always use your sync tool. Have you seen my sync tool?
Yes, your
What do you think? What do you think of that? Load of rubbish, load of tosh, or what?
Well, I just beat me on.
Eh? Is that all? What if you got like a camera at the back, a camera at the front, and a microphone as well under the seat? To get them all the same, you wouldn't do that, would you?
Yeah, I mean, you can always see with the horn blast, you'll always see the spike on the audio, wouldn't you, on all of it?
Do you? I'll have to give that a go then. I'm not going to scrap me sync tool. It's quite. I spent 2 days.
You could clap your hands like a seal. And do that one. That's what most people do.
Sorry if I'm.
But yeah, it's interesting that with the old mics getting out of sync.
Hang on, I got an idea now. This might give you a better idea of what the audio sounds like on that microphone. So I put it on the old. Come on, audio. Right, hello. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So it is working with the Ace Pro then.
Oh yeah. Right, let's I'm going to click recording, then I'll play it back. So that's connected. I don't know what the setting is for it, but it's connected up to the earbuds onto the Ace Pro. So when I do, once I've done that, I'll put it in front of this other camera, and it will run a bit of video. So we'll see what happens. But that's
Joe,
stray cat on the top of it, or
are you trying to connect it as earbuds or?
anything like that. And,
I can't remember the menu. Is there an actual menu for wireless mic?
I don't know actually. I connected.
No, it's not. It's just earbuds. That's all it will do on the.
That's all we have, I think.
Yeah, just earbuds.
It's earbuds there, look. That one there. That's the only one you get. I think I'll do it simple, like Slowbo says. Just toot your horn. Gets the job done, he says. So that's what I might do.
I mean, please say, of course I did, you fat twat. But I take it you've put the mic into pairing mode and all that with it.
I did. I know how to put in the pair mode now. I've done it about 1 million times now. Pairing mode, and I've had the Wi-Fi, the green one, Wi-Fi. I've had it in Bluetooth mode.
I'd get onto your camera supplier where you got it. I'm sure it's under warranty.
I will do, yeah.
What you could
go on, carry on, Howie.
Yeah, what you could try, Joe. Have you still got the packaging for it?
For this?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have. I keep all the packaging.
Put it back in the packaging, right? Shut the lid. Put it in the bin.
I think, oh, fuck this. Hey, I'm off.
Oh God, is he seriously gone?
Yeah, he's had it. He's had enough.
He's had enough.
Now, which one of you sods upset him?
It
He's
might
off
have
to
been
get
that
that
dodgy
drink.
camera dealer.
He might have been. Yeah, he's
But you had,
talk
you had trouble.
about overreacting. Bloody hell!
A fit of the hissing type.
Mm.
You had trouble with your first mini mic, didn't you, Steve?
Yeah, packed up completely. In
Right.
fact, at
I
least
need
they
this.
did find an issue with it.
I need this
You
to
did.
cool down. Drive me mad. They are bloody microphones and crap like that.
Water. Evening, Mike. Grey Wolf's in the chat.
Yes.
Hello, Mike.
Good evening. Sorry about that little diversion. I just couldn't take it anymore.
I think you got a bit dehydrated, didn't you, Joe? That's what happened.
It's the heat. Oh, look at that.
Slovo
It's
said
the
he
spiders.
couldn't pair his mini mic to his Action 4, and I had the same trouble when I was in France. It just would not pair.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't charge when I first met you. The bloody thing was dead, wasn't it?
Well, it charged up, but then it just died. And luckily, because I brought off a reputable dealer, I was under warranty. And
We'll
yeah,
have a word with Joe about that. He seems to buy stuff off any old Tom, Dick, and Harry.
I do, yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't buy off other dodgy YouTubers myself, but
Dodgy Todgy.
dodgy,
really for a
dodgy
reason,
Todgy
aren't
with
they?
Kurt. That's a great name.
Oh, dear.
Anyway, I'm in a bit of a predicament. I started editing the second bit of our ride out to Farley Castle.
Yeah.
I'm having to chop most of it out.
Oh, not
What
mic
was that?
issues.
Nige?
Oh,
It's not indicator issues, is
I
it?
said to the pair of them before, I said, no swearing, because I have to edit it all out. I've never heard such a...
Well,
Honestly,
we thought you said, "Can we have some swearing?" Because I love editing.
So who was swearing then, Nige?
Hey?
Yeah.
Who was doing all the swearing then?
Howie.
Seriously? No, I don't think so. I
Oh,
thought it
are you
Oh,
realising now how bad you are?
that was a good day out, though.
It was a brilliant
was.
day
It
out.
was bloody hot though. I tell you what, that pub was great. I bloody loved the food there. It was good.
Oh, that
Yeah,
pub,
yeah.
superb, wasn't it?
Mm.
Yeah, but
That
it
was-
wasn't sunny to start with, was it? It was really cloudy and overcast, but wasn't it blooming humid?
Mm.
Yeah.
Really?
I was trying to say to you last week, I had my vented leather jacket and my jeans on, and I swapped over to my Oxford suit and took all the lines out, opened the vents up, and that's cooler than riding with my jeans and my vented leather.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you had your
And it-
plimsolls on that day, didn't you?
And I had my plimp soles on, yeah.
Yeah.
Bargain it.
New shoes, bargain basement.
$4.99, and they're waterproof. Means
Yes.
I don't need to take another pair of shoes with me when I go away.
Why don't you get some flip flops? Pretend we're in Thailand.
Well, I've always got flip flops.
Flip flops. You don't ride your bike with them, do you?
No, just for the evening.
Yeah.
So, well, if I've got to put up with my sweaty feet, I like to share it with everyone else.
Have you not got one of them jackets, them mesh jackets like Howie's got? Because they keep you cool.
No, I've got an Oxford Mondale suit, and when I take the lining out of that and I can open the vents up, that's cool as you like. I've never tried it, to be fair.
Mine isn't cool. I tell you, when I was out doing the mic test, I was stopping every, say, 3 minutes or so to change the setting on the mic. Every time you stop and start up, you bake like anything. And that was early in the morning as well. That was early in the morning.
What suit have you got
I
then?
don't know if you've seen it, Joe, but New Biker has put a video out, and he's having a few different settings with his.
I did see that video, yes.
Yeah, I mean, take some tips, and just have a look at what other people are doing.
Yeah.
I mean, what I tend to run my Bluetooth mics at is about anything from about -10 to -12, and just a light bit of noise reduction on them.
Yeah.
So they do go hot when you connect them up, and especially having them in the vicinity of your mouth, you can easily overdrive them or get too much audio. And once you get that distortion on your recording, you just can't get rid of it. Whatever thing you try like noise reduction, wind reduction, whatever. If the mic's too hot, that will still be there. There's no way you're going to get rid of it. It'll always sound like you're overdriving it.
Yeah.
Mm.
I run mine on -6 with low noise reduction on it. It seems to be fine, but every now and again your voice sort of like goes, and that's when it's getting hot, isn't it?
Does anybody put one of these? Go on, carry on.
And I'm sure that some of them within the software, they got like a fluctuation level where it'll try and meet all the other ambient noises. So if you're loud, it'll reduce it, and if you're quiet, it brings it back up again. I'm sure that's all within the firmware, and I'm sure they do that. So until it gets its adjustment right, you might get little bits which sound a bit too loud. And I'm sure that's what these very, very intelligent Chinese scientists and software designers put into these into their software stuff. So
does anybody either in the side chat or any of you guys put one of these microphones to take a separate track for your exhaust note, or do you use the exhaust note that comes through on your helmet? Because I've always
in the helmet.
Yeah,
but Slowbo tried it, didn't he? And I think it was under the seat. I don't know whether it was in his ass crack in his intro or whatever. I don't know, but
I had a look in his ass crack, but I couldn't see a microphone in there.
I am still waiting for your little short.
I can't find it.
What?
Honestly, I can't find it. I think it was when we went from the Devonshire to the
no, that was it. Compton Dundon.
I looked through it and I could not find it.
That was it.
It wasn't censored.
I'm on live stream on the internet. I'll ring you back.
It wasn't censored, was it? That part that you whatever you're on about?
No, we didn't. I honestly did look through it and I couldn't find it anywhere.
I went to great measures to do an impression of Slowbo Lobo. He even moved closer to me to catch it on camera better.
I'm waiting for that. Yeah, we've got to see it.
Look, what we can do. Okay, maybe I buggered up and we didn't get a take right, but we'll have to do a retake on it. Take 2 on it next time we're out. And this time we can get you in center focus, and you can give me fair warning that that's what you're going to do. And maybe a bit of cleavage. Maybe a bit of cleavage might help, because there was no cleavage on that one, I think. Because your jacket and your trunnies were all done up together. So I think next time we do it, a bit of cleavage, and that'll be spot on.
Lee's just said Monkeywood, he tried it under the seat with the second mic, but there was no benefit at all. Wasn't worth the extra editing hassle.
It's worse under the seat, because what happens is if you put it under the seat, I found out that you get all the other noise as well. You get the gearbox noise, the chain noise, the vibration from everything else. So where I've got to mount this now on the NT 1100, I'm going to stick this on the bike top box rack, which is on the bike, and I'm going to 3D print a holder so this fits on underneath without dropping off. So I don't put it on a magnet. It'll go into a little pocket specifically designed for this to drop it in. But I haven't had a successful audio to be able to determine that that's the exact place where I want it, and that's what I'm going to be. That's exactly what Monkeywood is saying there. That's exactly what was happening. You could hear all the gear noises, the clunking of your gears backing up and down every time it changed. If you put it under the seat, so that's definitely.
Slowbo just said, buy yourself a waist-mounted storage device. I'll translate that for you. That's called a man bag handbag.
A man bag.
A man bag handbag.
Yeah.
Have you not got a rear pocket in your jacket?
A rear pocket?
Yeah, a map pocket. Because some people put it in there, don't they?
Yeah, I want somewhere where it's going to be exactly the same every single time, so I don't have to worry about it when I come back. So if you put it in your pocket, you might get noises of it. Would you get any noise of it moving around in your pocket if you're bouncing up and down?
Yeah, if there's any rustling, or you're it's in there with your loose change and your other crud, your keys and stuff like that, it's just going to rattle and it'll be all.
Mike's just come up with probably the perfect thing there. If you've got a pillion on, like when Mrs. Mike goes on the back and she gets, when she's mic'd up, because she's closer to the exhaust, it obviously picks it up on
That's a
her
good
mic.
idea. That's a good idea.
So what you want to do, Joe, every time you go out, borrow Mike's Mrs.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah.
Your audio's great.
Just hold that mic. Can you make sure you hold it a little bit closer? A little bit closer. That'd be funny, that, wouldn't it?
It's like those people with their TVs years ago and hold the aerial up, no, over that way.
Yeah, over there.
And I stay there, don't move, That's perfect.
But while we're still on the subject of mics, Wayne in the side, Strange Fruit, he's taken, I think he took his mic back to -12. I don't know if it's a mini or a mic 2. I think it's a mini. But he's having the same at the minute with the audio. He's cranked it right back and he's been playing with that. The latest video he's done, audio's much better, Wayne, but still picking up a bit of that wind noise. So I get mine right here, pointed at me gob here. And obviously my gob's a lot louder than the wind noise. So that was a mini. But I mean, I found when I was pointing it down, I was getting a lot of the wind up through there. Up, obviously, it's going to pick. It's whatever works for you. But I know you've got a shoey, and my shoey's hell of a noisy with wind.
It's going to be a bit nasal when you point it up to your nose, isn't it? It's going to sound.
It is an endless problem, isn't it?
It is.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm going to be interested to see what this Mic 3 brings.
A mic 3? I've never heard of a mic 3.
Yeah, DJI are bringing out the Mic 3.
What's going to be good about that then, compared to what we've already got? What do we not
Hopefully the price.
Yeah.
Still be dear.
But I mean, what can they improve on that over the Mic 2?
I think that it's perfect. It's good if you can just find the right place for it, I think. Unless it's smaller.
You can have one in each helmet and get perfect audio no matter what distance.
Yeah,
that would be nice.
You want a microphone that's specifically tuned for exhaust notes on a motorbike where you don't have to do nothing and AI takes care of it and makes the audio perfect without you doing nothing. An AI audio microphone. How about one of them?
Hey, Cardo. Exhaust note on.
Yeah.
Radio on.
And on that note, with the Cardo, if anyone's got Cardos, Steve, Howie,
Yes.
Yeah.
the Cardo Connect app on your phone, have you updated it?
Yeah, I've backed the audio onto the wireless or the radio to 0. That's it. So if it comes on, it's got no chance. I've
turned off voice commands completely.
I've still got voice commands on, but the audio right back on the scale.
Yeah, but no, there's a new version of the app out. I only did it just before we came live on air. I don't know whether it's an improvement. I don't know whether this is this Cardo mesh update or not. I don't think so, but it's gone from version 4.7 to 8.9. So I don't know.
I'm going to try that, Michael. I'm going to try that as one of the options and see what happens.
Well, you're going to borrow his wife?
No, I'll try. A bit of farther travel for that.
Oh no, where's the spelling mistake?
Yeah, where's the spelling mistake?
The scroll text intro.
Yeah, what's this Howie's got? Hang on a minute. What's this?
I just updated. That's all. I'm just showing you that.
Oh, you done it?
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, we're all there.
I haven't tried it. I don't. I mean, it doesn't look any different.
Nah, fuck all there.
If you've got 4 hours to waste, I'll update mine as well while we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or do you want to just stand outside and update it? It's probably quicker.
Well, what happened to the olden days where you just had a microphone connected with a wire to an electronic amplifier that went into a speaker and a tape recorder? How about that? It's simple. It can't go wrong, can it?
Tape recorder.
Have you ever heard of a tape? Do you know what a tape recorder? Have you heard of a tape recorder?
I don't know. I was born then.
A tape or an 8-track?
An 8-track. Can you
I
imagine?
remember reading about them.
Is that anything like Morse code?
Yeah. You could do.
Oh, I love it.
Probably Morse code would be clearer, wouldn't it? Because you've only got tones on and off. If everybody spoke,
do you know the sad thing? I can actually send and receive Morse code. How sad is that? How sad is that?
That's very sad.
Tape recorder, was that not for before the days of YouTube? Well, yeah. We had the tape recorder And we also had a, what was that? The first iPod I had was like a white thing with like a, what, you just got an MP3 players. Do they have them anymore? Probably not.
So,
MP3s.
Because you record to one of them, couldn't you? Like a little
Yeah.
tape recorder sort of thing. It's a nightmare. Audio's a nightmare. I think once you get the right audio, it's better to stick with what you've got and don't change your mics or nothing. Don't buy
Well,
new. Why
I
bother?
was pretty happy with what I'd got, but tonight, that's why I put that text in the group. Since I've updated my Action 5 Pro, every time I turn the camera and the mics off, reconnect or turn them back on, the gain for both microphones is reset to 0 every time.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought that maybe your mics don't like you?
Frequently.
Hey,
well,
Mike.
going back to Morse code, if we bleeped out his swearing, it'd
Yeah.
probably sound like Morse code anyway, wouldn't
Do you want to know what the word FUCK is in Morse?
Go on then.
That's
Oh, well,
FUCK.
that's a good one, that.
So,
it? What's jazz in Morse?
sorry. That's R,
Okay.
sorry.
I'm just
Sorry.
looking at Slowbo's comments, sitting in front of the radio, waiting to hit record when your favourite song came on.
Do you
Oh, that's
remember
it.
that?
Don't want to get the DJ. Well, hip pockets. It's
Taping the
number
top
3.
40.
And it was always 2 buttons, wasn't it? You had to play the play and the record at the same time.
That's
Did
it.
you call?
I'd like to know how old Slowbo is to remember.
Oh, sorry. I'll shut the door.
You got a call?
You
I
make
got a
too much noise,
complaint.
Harry.
I got a complaint from
Have you got a
downstairs. I'm
noise
making.
complaint?
A noise complaint. Noise
Yeah,
complaint.
Yeah, see, we're getting a noise abatement order soon.
Next door say, can you turn that down a bit? Because that's,
I
ruining
think
our
I think that's
lives.
a bit much from Rufy there. After seeing her at the ABR festival with drink in hand, being rowdy.
Yeah. she was terrible there. Mm.
Oh,
bloody hell.
piracy.
I actually did a film on the ABR festival. I got on the bus that goes round, and I filmed from the top of the bus. And you see how big the festival is. I don't know if I'll put the thing out or it will come to light, but we'll see. See what happens.
He's only a young little
A
Slowbo.
young 44 sounds like my waist size.
And he remembers all that. It's a lot. Oh dear. I think they were the good old days myself, to be honest. But anyway,
So can I take it, Joe, that you're gonna be spooning videos out left, right, and centre with all this?
if I put a video out for every time I went out to test this with one mic and settings, I'd have about 50 videos out by now. And
Why
they'd all
not?
be,
Everyone else does.
and they'd all be rubbish. You ride along, stop, opening this up, twiddling this, twiddling that, and then getting back and then coming in here. It's a nightmare. I want to get me audio good and me cameras good for 2 cameras setup for when we do the tour. And that's my
What
next.
camera? So you got your.
This one.
Wait, you got a DJI, haven't you?
Now that one's going on the front.
Yeah.
Currently, I have the bloody hell, where's it? I've lost it.
I'm just thinking, wouldn't the mini mic connect to the other camera, and then just use the audio
No,
channel?
it doesn't connect to the GoPro 12 either.
No.
So I'm buggered. So no, what I'm going to do, I'm going to use this one with audio as I'm doing now. I don't want to get the right setting. And then this one I'm going to have as a rear camera somehow fitted on the bike on the NT so it faces backwards. So I think a rear camera is probably a good one to have. Or a front
Back in
camera.
a jiffy.
Or a front camera on the right-hand side of the bike.
Say a cheap mount.
Pardon?
I expect Nigel say a cheap mount.
Yeah. No, I'm going to 3D print a proper mount for it, so it's designed specifically for this on the side of the bike.
Yeah.
And a proper bracket, so it's designed so it won't fall off or nothing. Same on
Have
the.
you a little scanner thing that does all that? Have you?
No, I'll draw it out on CAD. I've got a 3D scanner to scan any curves and things where if it's going onto the frame. But if it's somewhere else, I can draw it out in CAD as well. So I'll draw draw it all out in CAD and put it in my 3D printer and print the bracket for that. And also I'm printing a box for that to go on the back of the bike. Currently I'm working on that, but I still haven't got the right place to put it before I can commit to where it's going to be. Yeah, very convenient 3D printers. If you want something, you can just sort of, oh, I need a bracket for that. I want to stick that somewhere. You can just make one in about 20 minutes and have it bolted to your bike rather than bending bits of metal and plastic and wood and things.
And
When
that,
we went out the other way, we was talking about your chin mount, weren't we, Nige?
yeah.
Yeah, with
Saying
chin,
like, if Joe could scan your helmet, there you go.
Steady on, sailor. Steady on, matron.
oh dear, my scanner's not that big.
Button mushroom, Joe.
It's
Button
not that
mushroom.
small.
Oh,
Yeah. Does it do micro things?
oh dear. Yeah, it's a very handy thing to have. I've got a few mods to do on the bike, which I'm going to do for the top box on the T1100 as well. A few things to do on there, which are a bit mods I'm going to do. But yeah, it's all very handy stuff. But yeah, so tomorrow I'll probably be out on that. It's going to be baking hot. I'll probably do it first thing in the morning. It's too hot.
It's nice to have the time to do it now, isn't it?
Pardon?
It's nice to have the time to do it now, isn't it?
Yes, but it's nice to have the time to do that. But I've spent 3 days on that. Well, 2 days just going out on the bike, coming back and putting on the computer, going back out on the bike. And then sometimes you think it's perfect, and then you go out and you forget to turn something on, or you haven't set that to the right one. And you've set yourself on the video, you say, I'm now in mode voice cancelling on, and then you say the gain. But then when you get back, it's wrong. When you look at the video, it's a nightmare, isn't it?
I've been there.
There's nothing more disheartening than coming back and finding that something went poo-tong with your videos. Like, you know, your bloody radio was on.
Yeah.
And Nige was shouting at you to turn your bloody indicator off every
Yeah.
If you can wire a mic direct to your camera, that is the best way of doing it. It's just making it waterproof, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
So,
this here, when you plug just a microphone into this with a cable going into the helmet, it's perfect for me. I just want to use 2 cameras. Because Paul's another 3D printer. He says it's good. He's mates with him. They're good. I know. The thing with 3D printers, they're good if you want to print something that's online and it's available, but you have to be able to draw something out to make it bespoke for what you want. That's the secret to making them work for what you want to do. Otherwise, you have to rely on other people's STL files and stuff. If you want a printed part for, say, a helmet or something, somebody else would have had to make one, and you'd have to upload it and use it. But if you can draw it out and do it yourself, that makes it massively better.
So if you're going to make a mounting box for your Mic 2,
Yeah.
presumably that's going to have to be watertight for weather.
Yeah, it will be.
How is the sound going to get in there then if that box is going to be...
The box will have vents on the side, but the vents are going to have the like shrouded vents, you know, like you have on a louver, like a louvered vent.
Oh, bloody hell, you're going a full hog then.
Yeah, you have louvers down the side, and the louvers will only be down one side to take the sound from the mic, from the exhaust. I even thought of having a funnel on the right-hand side pointing down to the exhaust, so it picked up just pointing towards the exhaust sound and nothing anywhere else, like a rifle mic.
Is it
you could do that with a tube, couldn't you? Because most of those microphones you get, like with the ear thing, you could do that with a sort of like piece of garden hose.
Yeah, it's the same principle.
And shove that around the end of your Mic 2. Just heat it up and then whack your Mic 2 in there, and then have that going down and pointing at your exhaust.
Exactly. it's that principle, but done from
a cup on your top box with a tight bit of string.
What?
And another cup on the other end.
I could do, yeah. That would probably
cup
work.
On your top box, tight bit of string on the other end. We've all done it, haven't we?
Yeah. Very strange. Bikers just come up with the best way. Look, if I had the best way to use a wired mic, don't go out when it's raining.
Yes,
yeah, exactly.
That's true.
And Al, the Scottish Bikers just joined. Cheers, Al.
Good evening, Al.
Evening, Al.
You here?
Al, you wouldn't believe the aggro you caused us the other day on the hunt for a castle.
Why is it
wet as well?
Hey.
Why has he caused you aggro? Looking for a castle.
I mean, we've got an abundance of castles around here. No, Steve wants to go halfway up the country to find one.
Yeah, it was probably the best one, wasn't it? You got to go to the best, haven't you? And you got to.
It was a Somerset castle. We don't get many of them.
But
I
here's the
literally looked on the
intelligence.
map, sort of
Here's the
myself, where's a good
intelligence of
ride? That
English
looks like a
heritage.
nice place. We go
You
there.
threw a dart. You threw a dart at a map, and that's where it landed because you're not a very good shot. That's what happened.
Oh,
Really?
talking of that, I've got another thing I put on my little 125. I put the amount for me TomTom, and I tried putting a route on it where you just pick a windy route, certain distance, it comes up with a magical route, and I think that's quite good as well. First time I used that, just to test it out.
Yeah, I mean, my route app will do that. Kalimoto does it, doesn't it?
Yeah,
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 Garmin do it as well. It's
yeah,
great if
Or,
you're in a place you don't know,
yeah,
and then
or,
you can say, I want a 100-mile ride out, and it takes you somewhere nice,
yeah.
or even
or
if
not.
when you are planning a route, if you don't zoom in enough and get your waypoint on the right side of the dual carriageway, that can send you on a bit of a loop.
Yeah,
It
you can
can
go
do,
a
yeah.
bit of a detour, can't you?
Yeah,
Done that a few times, have we?
Just a couple,
yeah.
but it doesn't matter. It's all an adventure, isn't it?
It is, yeah, yeah.
We're
Yeah,
never lost. We're
this
just not
relates to
where we're
my
supposed to be.
this relates to my question I posted in our WhatsApp group earlier. Very strange bikers just said rain's like a cyclist. Nobody likes them. That one that pressed the traffic lights and made us stop. I texted
Yes,
her and I said, "Do you think this is a bit much to leave it in the next video?" I'm going to leave it in.
it was a lot, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was a bit harsh.
Yeah, but he deserved it, so I'm going to leave it in.
Slowbo's asking, am I keeping the 1-2? Is that, if that's to me, I'm the only one who's got a 125, I think, here, aren't I? You haven't got a 125 hidden away
No,
anywhere, no? I am keeping the
I'll wait
125
for another one.
because I'm tight, Slowbo, and I've only got a certain amount of money now being retired. I can't afford to ride the big 1100 all the time. So I'm going to ride the 125 local trips around up to about 100 miles.
Yeah, but Joe, with the money you spent out on the 125,
Yeah,
that would have probably brought you 2-3 years worth of
Petrol.
fuel tanks, wouldn't
probably.
it?
But
Well, why did you just do that?
that 125 I bought a year and a half ago, and it saved me so much money commuting to work. It's unbelievable, yeah.
Yeah, but you're skint now, though, aren't you? If you hadn't have brought it, you would
Oh, I'd
have
have that
gone on
extra
your
link.
other bike, and you'd had a bit of money. So that doesn't work out.
Mm,
It's
yeah,
yeah, but also your NT hasn't been out in all weathers, has it?
it not now. It used to go for 8 months. It went to work every single day, commuting back and forwards. And then I decided to buy the 125 to save it a bit, and then I went on the 125. So yeah, it's now looking perfectly good, and so is the 125 because I've been doing a lot of work on that and all. I finished all my
Can't
maintenance.
use that. I can't use that excuse because I've got 30 yards to my office.
40 yards to your office. Aren't you lucky?
Bloody
Uh,
hell.
yeah, if I lean back, I can see it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
You got a garage? Is it a garage you put in your bike and garage?
No, well, yeah, my garage is just outside my window,
Yeah.
but 30 yards away is my office.
Oh, right. I mean, you work from home.
Yeah, but I live and work on site. Yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Can't get better than that, can you? Not bad at
Yes.
all. Hey, how better can you get? What, don't work?
Well, you never switch off.
Well, you
That's the
say
trouble.
that,
You're always
Joe.
working.
Since you retired, you haven't bloody stopped.
I know. I'm finding it very difficult because
But you got the rest of your life to do all that.
I have got all the rest of my life to do it, but I'm trying to get
You
video
need to pace yourself.
cameras and things sorted out, and I've got work in the house to sort out and do, which I'm doing. Work in my garage to do, and 3D printing for other people as well, for other things I do as well. It's just it builds up, doesn't it?
So you're
I can,
still working then, Joe?
I'm working for doing my own work. Shall I say I'm just doing what I like to do and what I want to do? I choose what I want to do now rather than
yeah.
somebody telling me what to do, which
Well,
is
when
That's
my
the point
granddad
that
retired,
Grey Wolf has just made. There, that's quite a good point.
what.
Because if you've got if you, and I'm just thinking about this a little bit more. If you're putting a microphone on an empty box, it's like the acoustic, like being like on a top of an acoustic guitar. That
Exactly.
empty box is going to make all those sound waves sound more echoey and everything like that. So I don't reckon it's a good place to put a microphone on the top of a top box because it's basically a hollow bloody box, and that's going to make more noise or it will generate more noise. I mean, I'll give you an example, right?
I know what you mean, but it won't be actually being...
Is a guitar, right?
Yeah.
If you put a microphone on that, you listen.
Yeah, you can hear it. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Right?
I can't hear a thing.
And if Steve could get his tambourine out, and if the keyboard player's in the room, but
That will take your teeth
what
out.
I'm saying is, it's like a drum. It's like an echo. It's just going to make it sound louder than it needs to be. And I think you're going to get too much noise coming from putting a microphone on top of an empty box.
It's not going to be on top of the box. It's underneath the box, and it's in
It's still the same. It's connected to the box. It will still get the resonation from that box. Will be picked up by the microphone. That's my thought.
I have a few little tricks.
Take the baffles out. If you take the baffles out, you won't have any trouble hearing it.
That's true.
Yeah, on any microphone. Even the bike in front of you will pick up. I mean, I can ride my bike behind Steve, and Steve's microphone will pick my bike up.
Oh,
He's always mentioning it. He's always going.
Yeah.
I think that's why yours sounds so good, Nigel, because you've got that. Was it Acrovic or what they call it?
Yeah, they're good.
But I mean, all the exhaust note is all picked up from that mic in my helmet.
It is on mine as well, but I've turned it right down. But yeah, I've got a few ideas how to get rid of that. But
and it gives you an excuse to wind the revs up as well, so that it picks it up better.
You will pick up that noise, Joe. Don't worry. But I'm sure you're going to make a lot of echo and a lot of unwanted noise from putting a microphone on top of an empty box. Because if you're going over bumps, right, and when you've got a top box on, because you can hear it rattling.
I know what you mean.
That's only because it's an empty box.
Excuse me, it's a Honda.
It doesn't matter. It's still the same thing. You're going to get more noise coming from an empty bloody box.
I agree. Yeah, I think you're right there. How it's connected. The top rack is connected to the top box at the end of the day, isn't it?
But if your top box isn't on tight enough and it's loose, it's going to rattle like a
He said it's a
bang,
Honda.
Bang. Try it by all means, and then say, oh no, it's absolutely perfect. I like it being a rattly old box.
You got more chance of hearing the front fork paint fizzing away like Alka-Seltzer when it rains.
Yeah.
Anyway, did you see we got a mention from Stevie X to Ryder?
We did, yes.
He's got a shit golf swing, hasn't he? I mean, that is
I said to him in the replies, I said, it reminded me of when I saw an orangutan give an ecstasy.
Did you see I tried to give him some instruction, like get your shoulders over it a bit more and move through with the swing?
It looked like he was trying to club a seal pup to death, wasn't it?
Yeah. He did a good job on the first quarter.
I put on there, I'm surprised that the balls didn't come in this direction as well.
One land in Dorset. He had me cracked up watching that. Brilliant, I thought.
What I can't understand is how can you hit a ball 4 times perfectly when he was talking about our stream, of course, and then they all went pear-shaped. Surely if you can hit a ball once, you can hit it 1,000 times.
Yeah.
No. I don't play golf, so I don't know. He must have played golf before, because I've tried to hit a golf ball where somebody said, have a go hitting that, and I missed it like 30 times. I only hit it once, and it went that way when I did hit it. So he must. You've
got to keep your eye on the ball. That's what you got to do. So when you're looking down, you see where you're going to hit it. You look down at the ball and you keep your eye on the ball. It's not until after you've hit it that you turn your head to see that you're fucking miles away.
I used to play a lot of golf before I had my shoulder operations.
I've never played golf.
Since I've had the shoulder ops, I look like that orangutan on ecstasy.
Well, I think he did a good job anyway. He gave us a mention, so we can't complain too much.
He did. I thought it was a good video, actually.
It was very nice.
Very good.
I think his mum did better. Was it his mother that was there? He did better than him on the right.
That was his wife.
Was it his wife?
Was his mother?
I thought it was his mother's wife. I can't remember what he said, but yeah. She had a few anyway. It was pretty good.
Yeah. But just explain why Alex isn't here tonight. He's on the ferry coming back from Rotterdam, wasn't
Zeebrugge.
it?
Zeebrugge
Well,
ferry.
did you see that? He said he was on the ferry waiting to come back, but they were having trouble with the ramp doors, was it, or something? I said, Alex, you're
Yeah.
not sailing from Zeebrugge, are you?
Did
No,
you
Rotterdam.
did you see that ferry he was on? He said they were all getting wet or something. The bike was mounted on the top. There's a couple of bikes in front of him, and
Yeah,
the spray or whatever must have been coming right over the top. It must have been a small ferry, that mustn't it?
yeah, it's
You
only
know, the old
a
ferries
small one across that estuary, wasn't it? I think.
must have been a bit rough. I'd have thought because it was
Yeah.
they were getting drenched apparently.
But I couldn't believe with how rough it was. Alex did the sensible thing and sat on his bike.
I went,
But those two in front, did you see their bikes?
yeah,
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
bit wobbly.
yeah,
I think I'd have sat on them as well. Or
yeah.
one of them. Oh, he's back.
He's back again.
We've been under the sun lamp again.
Yeah,
Look.
sorry about
Yes. You half look red, Steve. What's going on?
What's going on? What's
that. It's
going on?
this beautiful sunset coming through my bathroom window on my ensuite.
Oh,
Are
wonderful.
you on the back? Are you in the toilet? Are you sat on the toilet?
Nearly.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, you
we
sat on the
don't-
bed.
We normally have Ale-
better, innit?
Flat Cap Cafe racer Jerry on this channel as well on a Sunday. Sometimes he pops along, and make sure you go out and check his channel because there's a good video coming out which he's put out on his dyno testing on the motorbike. Have you seen that one?
Is he on the flats at the moment? On the salt flats or something?
No, he's not there. I'll not spoil the video, but go and have a look at his video and how they're tuning up his motorbike.
Yeah, because they've had to dyno it again because they've got that new custom made exhaust on there, haven't they?
Exactly. He's got a custom exhaust made. He's had all the power. I haven't watched half. I've watched half the video, so I watched it just before I came on here, as I was speaking to Howie as he came on. So I've got to finish watching that, but I'm not sure whether he mentioned the power rating that he got on that video or not. But I'm going to check it out. Have you watched it?
No, that's in my queue. I've got that one. I've got Slowbows. I've got.
Do you find with videos like I'm finding now? I've got probably 20 channels I watch regular, and 20 channels. If you watch 20 channels regular, and each one say 15 minutes or 10 minutes or something, that's a lot of hours you're putting in watching people's videos.
Well,
And
if you was taking this retirement seriously, Joe, you'd be able to watch all this.
I would. If I had more
Yeah.
time to do it, I'd watch them. Some of them have to just skip them and say, oh, I'll watch that the next time or something. But it's a lot of time. But yeah, it's fun anyway. But yeah, he does.
I mean,
Gives you something to watch over the winter, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Slowbo
But I
saying he
mean-
does at the end. So don't wait. Don't let us know what it is. We'll wait till we watch the video. It's like a football match, isn't it? You don't want the results.
I'll
You want
spoil
to-
it. It makes 47 horsepower now.
47.
47. Flying machine.
Oh, brilliant.
Thank you.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all.
He's only looking at about 10-15%, wasn't he?
Yeah, he wants a bit on it.
What increase?
Yeah,
I think he was looking for it. Was it
Yeah,
180?
it wasn't a
he was
lot,
looking
but it was enough.
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm sure with what they're doing, they'll get what they want one way or another because they do it. They're meticulous in the way they do it, aren't they? They order the right exhaust and the right people. They get the tune, the dyno done. They do the testing and everything else, and they modify the foot
Yeah, you
pegs.
get the airflow right, and
I was just going to ask everybody and the side chat what Lee's just put. He doesn't watch any telly. He just watches YouTube, if anything. And I'm the same, really.
I'm the same.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, not a bit of telly. I haven't got a telly in my house.
I watch telly when I'm eating my tea, and that's about it. And I'm probably for about an hour, and then I'm back on YouTube for the rest of the day.
What would we do if YouTube suddenly said, "Right, we're going to turn YouTube off"? What would you do? Who would you watch?
I
You'd
go on
have
to Netflix. I'll be over to Instagram or Twitter or something like that.
Or would you be going up north to where that pub is and going and joining in the fun in the pub? What was that called?
I don't like pubs anymore.
You can have a good drink on here if you want. Look, fresh water in a bottle as well. So somebody's watching us on the phone here.
Yeah, I said he's watching us on the phone and Two Wheel Dreamers ABR video on the TV.
Oh, he's watching two things at the same time. I can't do that. I have to watch one only and then watch something else.
I watch the news in the morning, get depressed, then put YouTube on to cheer myself up.
Yeah. Who do you watch? Do you watch Naga Monchatti or do you watch Susanna Reid?
None.
Oh God, I hate to say it, Naga.
I'm not a Naga fan.
Can't-
I think that Carol Kirkwood is
No,
full
I
of
can't
shit half the
stand
time when she's talking about the weather. When she gets it wrong. I prefer that Laura
I don't
Cobin.
know how the
Laura,
Met Office can do one report and 7 channels come up with 7 different things
yeah,
with the same
yeah.
information.
And the thing is, you get like a
Yeah.
nice hot day
Oh,
today, and it's today the weather will kill you. Is kind of like the undertone of the highlight, isn't it? If
Well,
you're old, you're going to
since
die.
when has
If
that
you're
come in?
infirm, you're going to die.
well,
The
the
heat
last time,
will kill
We all
you.
survived 76, didn't we?
the last time
Yeah.
Picos Paul watched TV was 25 years ago. That was when they had the test card and a dot that when you're 10 o'clock, you turn the TV off and it goes zip, and it get a white dot in the middle of the screen.
We had that girl with her crossword puzzle and the stupid looking doll.
That's right,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I forgot that. Was that BBC? Must have been
Uh,
BBC because they didn't have ITV then, did they?
Yeah, she never
think it was.
finished that bloody puzzle, did she? With the
I wonder,
clown doll.
I wonder if that's copyrighted, that video, that picture of that. That'd be a good little thing to put on our YouTube channel, I think. I like that. We got Steve from Steve.
Each week, change where the noughts and crosses are.
Yeah.
See if anyone notices.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the same, would it? We got Steve M109R on. Welcome, Steve.
Evening.
On this nice warm evening here. I don't know how warm it is where you are, but it's warm here.
It's roasting here.
It is. It's 28
Absolutely
degrees.
roasting.
And it's going to get hotter. It's going to get to 32 degrees down here on, I think it's Tuesday, I think. Monday or Tuesday.
Boy, but it's not going to
Tuesday,
get
yeah.
hotter where Steve is. Look, it looks like they've had a nuclear explosion. He's looking radioactive tonight.
You got air conditioning, Steve? Do you have air
Even if
conditioning? Do you have air
No,
conditioning?
no.
No.
When this place was sited, it was supposed to get aircon in it, and the boss said to me the other day, he said, "You've got aircon, haven't you?" I went, "No." He went, "I must get round to that,"
Tell him you want it.
and that's where the conversation ended.
Yeah. We'll collapse on the
I've
floor
got a
and say,
portable aircon unit.
You could put a fan in your fridge and leave the door open.
you could do.
That actually increases the temperature in your house being boring because the compressor works twice as hard.
Right.
You're better off with ice cubes in front of a fan.
You've obviously done that, haven't you, Steve? I think that's a good one.
Ice cubes in front of a fan?
That's a good idea, yeah.
Oh, yeah, works a treat.
If you
put them in a
suck an
sling
ice
bag
cube,
above
listen, if you suck an ice cube, it can stop ventricular tachycardia, apparently, or supraventricular tachycardia if you suck an ice cube. There you go.
Well,
And
Dylan's
if you rub your neck at the same time, it will do exactly the same. Wouldn't it, Nige?
Not both sides at the same time, no.
No, not both sides. Just one side. Just do. Well, if you do both sides lightly, but not enough to make you go unconscious, but it will stop it.
Well, Dylan's on his way now. Thanks for popping in, Dylan. We appreciate it. Have a good night's sleep in this heat, and we'll see you whenever we see you. Keep on riding that NT 1100.
Yeah. Oh dear. Look what Slowbo's just said. Did you see on his video the old temperature warning light came on?
Oh,
Oh, did it?
never comes on mine. Did he have a problem with that a while ago, didn't he?
Has he thought to top up his water level on his bike then?
Water? Do they have water?
Do they have that on the VFR? Does it have a radiator?
They do.
It does, yeah.
Have you got a right antifreeze mixture?
Right, what's oh, Mike's just said, stop complaining about the heat. I've just come back from 38 degrees with a wind chill factor that equated to bloody hot.
Yeah.
3 weeks today, we're heading down the Pyrenees, and it's supposed to be 34 degrees down there now and getting hotter.
Wow.
So we'll wait and see.
Well, I think you're right there, Nigel. Both empty, you're saying. There's even no water in it. Bloody hell.
If you want to upgrade your VFR, Slowbo, I think it's Barry Motorcycles have got one in there. In a nice burgundy red, full luggage, gold wheels, low mileage, looks mint.
How much is that? Are you checking out for a new bike, looking around for a new bike?
Always.
Always.
Have
Daily.
you bought that Continental yet?
No, Interceptor.
Yeah,
No.
you haven't. Well done.
I just think if I do I chuck out some more money on another bike, or do you then put what you would spend on another bike with this one and get something newer? Just keep going
Okay.
newer.
Now, there's something I've never heard of before. A cracked pipe and dump the coolant. I presume that's a flexible pipe you're on about. Or do they have flexible pipes? They must have a flexible pipe, I guess.
Yeah.
Didn't know it was because it was raining. Well, it did well to run without any water flowing around, I would have thought.
Yeah.
At least you found the cause of the light coming on and off.
Well, yeah. Plus, also, just a little tip: rain doesn't normally have antifreeze in it.
No. That's just a nuclear rain thing going on, I suppose.
Oh dear.
Oh
It's not down here, it doesn't, does it?
no, you still got your VFR, have you, Paul? That's red, isn't it? If I remember.
Sounds like it. When is the VFR? When's the last VFR made then? Because they don't make them anymore, do they?
I don't.
See?
I don't know
Interesting.
because the later one. I mean, it'd be good for you,
Dunno.
Harry, because they've got self-cancelling indicators.
Well, I've got self-cancelling indicators.
You have.
Yeah.
They
But
must
you-
have quite a long period before they go off.
Week.
A week. I'm gonna show you this VFR on there. It's got 10,380 miles. It's a 2009 for 4,350 quid.
Wow, that's not bad, is it?
So
Bargain, isn't it?
let me that one there share. Oh, I just took it back out. You put it in, I took it out.
No, that's right. It's there now. We got it.
There it is.
Oh, it's beautiful, that. Lovely bike.
And I believe the water pipes on that are all intact.
I can't see a puddle on the floor anyway.
I think that's the place.
Is that one of
with
those new
my-
electric ones because it's plugged in?
Yeah, that's a hybrid.
There's another picture up, Nige. Can you click on the picture on the bottom and change the image or not? Will it change or not?
Is that changing them?
Yep, that's changing them.
There's a video at the end. Play that. See if that will play.
It does look really nice, though.
Yeah, but I bet he.
Right, guys, now this is a real
He's got one of them.
VFR
All right, I've got a lovely little. Now
This
then,
is
now
the
then, now then.
Jimmy Eckers like.
10,000 mile. 10.
Is that Jimmy Savile? Now
With
then, now then.
3 box under luggage.
Look, the forks haven't been Alka. Oh, I don't know. A little
Spotless.
bit of Alka-Seltzer there. Look.
Yeah, spot. It's pretty neat, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it does. Looks it. Oxford heated grips.
You've got a
Slow-po's got
GoPro
that.
mount. Got a RAM mount in the middle there for your GoPro.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
wouldn't sit on that
Yeah.
anymore. My back wouldn't take it.
And that's not got the same. That's not got one of the elevated seats, though, is it? You know, you need to have an elevated seat on that if it's slow for slow bow, wouldn't you? Or he'd probably modified anyway, wouldn't he, if he got it? Or he could swap the seats over if he kept two of them, couldn't he? One
He
breaks
did,
down,
he
he can ride the
did.
other one.
He did have a very nice GS up there.
Yeah.
Has he sold
you
that
need
yet?
a Tojj and a Royal Enfield. That's all you need in life.
Has he sold that GS yet?
Where are we? Had to see that one.
Yeah, that one.
No,
That's a nice bike.
Yeah.
that was a lovely bike
Because I know a bloke who used to have one of them.
in that
And he's-
colour.
Yeah, exactly like that one. And he sold it.
He apparently wasn't happy with it, was he?
Yeah, he went happy.
I think the clutch always needed adjusting.
I think his wallet was bigger than his eyeballs, I think. Wasn't it?
I mean, joking aside, I still stand by that was a nicer ride than this 1250.
Yeah. and he took it all the way up to the other end of the country to get rid of it, so that no one down this
I
way
only
would.
went for the Premier Inn all-you-can-eat breakfast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know that will draw you further than gunpowder will blow you.
yeah.
Anyway, Al Scottish Bikers off. So thanks for popping along, Al.
Well,
We appreciate that. Have a good.
I
We'll catch you next time. Cheers.
oh,
Yeah. Slowbo's got a question here. He's saying, it's the first gen VTEC. I don't know what he means by that, whether he's on about that one you were showing, Nige, or whether he's talking about Picos Paul's one. I don't know.
Paul says this is the 8th gen.
The 8th gen. So who's saying it's the first gen? That must be that one that you're looking at, Nige.
is it anything like the GoPro 11?
No, but it will fit a GoPro. It will look like a GoPro 11 if you stick one on the RAM mount on the front. They are nice bikes though. But I'm not in for a new bike at the moment. I've got to stick to my NT and get some miles on it really. I've only done about 7,000 miles on NT. I've got to get it.
I'm going to change my bike until I'm 70, and I've seen the bike I'm going to get.
What are you going to get?
I'm going to get a Royal Enfield, and I'm going to have a Westonian sidecar on it on my 70th birthday.
Wow.
My
Have you
missus
been
has said,
watching
"Yeah,
that
you can."
bloke on a motorbike?
Yeah, kind of like that. I mean, I could do that when my balance is gone, and you just have to climb on it, put all my stuff in the sidecar.
Did you just say when your balance is gone?
Yeah, but it is going
You
at the
forgetting
moment.
I was behind you when you pulled out that junction the other day and nearly shoved your front wheel right up in the air.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I do have a little bit. I do have a little bit of a problem with wobbles. Yeah, it's not. I'm not.
Have
I'm
you
not
ever
as fit as I
ridden with a
used to.
chair on?
Sorry.
Have you ever ridden with a chair on?
Yeah,
Sidecar.
it's
You can get
terrible, isn't it?
you can get trike conversions for bikes. I don't know if you can convert probably any bike to a trike, I guess. But just take the back wheel off and do that.
Do you know the first vehicle I ever travelled in was a motorbike and sidecar? The first thing, because my
Was it?
mum and dad brought me back from the hospital in a motorbike and a sidecar.
Bloody hell.
So yeah,
I
That
was,
reminds-
I was at the parents' place earlier, and the bloke over the road's just bought one of those Can-Ams.
Oh yeah, I'd love one of them.
Second-hand, 24 plate, 30 grand.
Expensive,
I know how bloody expensive they are.
but they are nice.
Our one Liz down. She comes from down this way, but I think she's sort of like based in Hampshire. But she's been going around quite a lot on those Can-Ams.
Yeah,
She's quite a good channel to watch. She's a Somerset lass, but
Who is it?
our one Liz. Have you seen her?
no,
I'm
I've
sure,
Just
yeah, I
done
think
Norway and all that, lot, isn't she? Again.
Yeah. But she's quite a good one to watch.
when you get the time. When I've got the time.
I was up her neck of the woods the other day, didn't see her.
Well, you were up
She's around
by
Petersfield way, isn't she?
Loomis. She ran by Loomis, I think, or Portsmouth, that sort of way. Southampton, Pompey.
Yeah.
But she lives.
Slow
Her
down.
parents just live down the road from here, down over towards Staunton.
He's just said she no longer rides an R1.
Yeah, she doesn't.
No, she's got a Beamer. Arr, 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 arr.
Our Liz, as we call it.
But
Our Liz.
saying that, she does prefer what is it, the GS8 she's got at the moment on loan. She loves that bike.
Oh, GSX-8.
Yeah, she loves that at the moment. But yes, her Beamer's been in and out of Barnstormers for I don't know how long.
This brings on to a question, like when you're on about bikes, Howie, when people are getting older, and obviously we're all going to get older into a stage where we either won't be able to ride a motorbike or want an alternative. Is anybody? I've never really given that much thought about what bike I'd have if I couldn't have, say, the NT 1100 got a bit heavy for me or something. But what's your thoughts on the type of bike you would have? Because you just want to
Invalidity scooter.
reduce the power and lighter is all you need to do, isn't it? Really,
Yeah, Invalidity scooter.
Again,
with a turbo.
we was talking about that the other day when
When
we
you
went
can
out, weren't we?
When you can ride on the pavement and no one will give a shit.
Yeah, or on the road. I saw one on the road the other day. No number plate on it or nothing, and it was riding up and down the riding down the road. Shouldn't be
Have you
allowed.
seen that video? Have you seen that video that Nige did with him riding some poor patients that he nicked? He stole that. Well, took the poor patient in the ambulance, tied them down, and just mocked them riding the scooter around while he was at work. It's just,
And that was Nige, wasn't it?
yeah, that should be a sacking offence, I reckon. The
There you
NHS
go.
just
Look.
mocking your patient.
I had to make sure it was safe to take it home for her.
At least it's
Is
got
that, a
windows.
jazz, is that a jazz following you up the road there?
Oh, I don't know, was it?
No,
It
it was a
looks like it.
VW.
Oh no, Volkswagen Polo on it, or a Golf, one of the two.
God, dear.
Go
Yeah.
on, thrash it. Go on.
And we was talking about this when we went out. You know, I'd probably go for the 350 Enfield Bullet or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
Right.
probably would.
a more
Well, that
slower
Honda,
speed.
that 350 Honda, that didn't look a bad
Yeah.
bike. That CG 350.
The one that
The
Steve.
650 Bear, that looks like a nice bike.
And now you can tootle behind you in the red Jag. That's what he was trying to do with that film there. That was
That was funny because she come over all funny in church, had a bit of a faint. I mean, they're one of the hottest places going in they churches on a Sunday. They make them sit down, stand up, sit down, stand up.
And all them people in the
Pray,
heat, 3 kilowatt
clap.
heat.
No wonder they're all fainting in there. So we got her out in the ambulance, made a full recovery, perked her all up. And I said, look, we'll take you home in the ambulance. Make sure you get home safely. We'll get you indoors. And, what about my scooter? I said, that's all right, my love. You leave that with me.
Yeah. You're
So
a hero, Nige.
I spin round the island on it first.
Yeah. How's that?
She probably got it back and said, "Why is this bloody battery flat? I charged it up before it was going to church. Now it's as flat as a turd."
Because it's been struggling like hell, lugging 23 stone up
been-
a steep
He's been
incline.
taking it up hills and burning it up, burning a rubber on it. These tyres were new when I started out. There's hardly any tread left on them.
There's a good idea. Look, if you want to slow down, stuff slowing down, add stabilizers and reverse gear to his rocket. That's what he's going to do. Well
They
done,
do
Michael.
do
Yeah.
automatic stabilizers that come down at about
Oh, yeah.
10 mile an hour, I believe. Hydraulic ones.
Well, you
Yeah.
can buy them, or for any bike, or just a certain bike.
I've only seen them on Goldwings.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
Honda,
they come down, and
Honda,
when you go above 10 mile an hour, they pick up again.
Honda have made a motorbike where there's no stabilizer, nothing. You slow down, it stops, and the front forks. I think they come back when it stops, and it goes forward to a different caster angle when it drives. And you can stand up there with no hands or nothing. It stays on its own with no gyros either. I don't know. It does it.
Witchcraft.
Yes.
If you chop your bike in for a K1600, Mike, they've got reverse gear already. Just need to add the stabilizers.
Because it's not just people's physical ability. It's you slow down a bit. Your brain slows down. Your reactions slow down, and things like that, don't they? So you've got
Hang on a minute, Joe. We're in Dorset and Somerset. We're a bit slow anyway.
Not as slow as them jazz drivers.
We don't rush for nothing.
Right. It's always clear on your videos you do, Nides and Howie and Steve. There's not much traffic around down there when you get out in the countryside, is there? Them lanes you were going down things. It's pretty open, isn't it? Apart from when you stopped by that one car and you got and disappeared, but
Yeah.
turned off. It's quite
Yeah,
quiet.
people are stupid enough to drive down them lanes.
Yeah, you would think now in the summer, them roads would be busy down there.
But I mean, it's nice to know the back roads, the ones that you can still get sort of a bit of a hoon on without that a lot of people don't know. And most of the time, you're not far off of the main roads. You sort of run alongside of them.
It's just off the tourist trail, isn't it?
But they're a bit nasty, some of them roads. I've seen some of the roads you've been riding down there when you was on with Boots on Tour. Some of the roads down there were a bit gnarly, weren't they?
Yeah, I mean, luckily for them, they had a fat bloke in front that if a tractor was coming around the corner, was going to hit me first.
Yeah.
But they were saying it was a strange feeling for Henry Maley and Sil, because in Belgium they said everything's just flat and open, and they weren't used to these tight, twisty roads. And as you see in most of the bloody videos that me and Steve do, the hedgerows and that are quite high.
Yeah.
So if you're riding along wanting to see the views and all that, tough. I mean, most of them are just good for a blat, aren't they?
And you even took them over a ford, didn't you? Over a river, just to get them a bit.
Well, yeah, I mean, we went up Shit Alley just before, as you saw, the road was completely covered in it.
Yeah.
And that's just where they take the cows from one side of the one field over from the farmyard over to the field. But if we'd have gone the other way, we'd have come through that ford. But I've seen so many go through there; it's so slippy
Yeah.
and come off. I thought they're not gonna thank me if they go through there and one of them come off, especially if Miley went over and got that sheepskin wet in there.
Yeah. Well, Monkeywood's on its way now. Thank you for coming along. Really do
Yeah,
appreciate
cheers,
it.
Lee.
We all do. It's good to have a chat. Nice to have you in the comment section and make some comments and joining in. It's great.
And remember, Lee, sell all that camping gear and use hotels.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with camping, Nige.
I might do a bit of camping this year. If the weather stays like this and the bike's all right, I'm going to do a bit of camping as well.
Oh, yeah.
I am, yes.
I never pay more than about £13 a night for camping.
I don't pay anything.
Yeah.
There's a place up in,
I'm off to go outdoors tomorrow anyway as well, so I might be picking up some better tent pegs.
Did you take a hammer with you to whack him in with?
Yeah, I did, but it wasn't my good lump hammer. I'm going to get. There's a set they do now. They got a bolt head on the top, so you take your electric drill and you just go.
Yeah. Well, you can. Have you seen them ones you can screw in, like a screw? You screw them into the ground, and they're supposed to be better than the straightforward tent pegs.
Well, that's the ones. They got a 13mm nut on the top, so you just put your drill, and you just straight into the deck.
Take a nail gun with you, H.
Yeah, I could do.
And then if it's the one in the next tent snoring, you can shoot the bastard as well.
You could even fill your car with a few flags in the back of your car and tie it down to the flags.
Yeah,
that's a better way. You don't need anything on the floor at all.
Or just sleep in the back of your car, put the seats down, and
yeah. Now this is the channel where you get all the hints and tips on everything, isn't it? Tips on touring, tips on motorbike, tips on microphones. What else could we want here?
Anybody tips on your golf swing?
Anybody wants any information? This is the channel to come to. We can sort any issue out, can't we?
Any problem, any question answered.
Yeah.
Whether it's the correct answer or not, but it will be answered.
Might not be the right one.
We will answer any questions here.
And we put here's a question: do you pot noodles?
If we don't know, if we don't know the answer, we'll make something up. Don't worry.
Yeah. And I'll put a good disclaimer on the front of this video so everybody knows that before you don't get sued or anything like that. Yeah. Before we go any further, I just want to mention the banner at the bottom of the screen. I haven't mentioned it today. And we have a banner going up on the bottom of the screen on these lives, and we put the names of people who have joined in on the side chat and also who have appeared on the channel as well.
I thought it was all the people that we banned.
Yeah, the ones we are going to ban actually. Yeah,
it's like the troublemakers and
yeah. There's a few in there,
the banner of shame or something like that. We should do that. Actually, have a banner of shame.
And what we'll probably do is we'll give them all a mention as well. So one day, should we? I don't know where we'll add that to, where we mention everybody who's been on the channel. Not today, we'll do it another time. We'll mention all of them on there, give them a bit of publicity and all that. And if you want
can we just make some names up and put them on there so it appears like we're very popular and know lots of people?
We can put like some wild cards on there, and we'll pick a name, put it in there, and we'll just check that channel out. That's a weird name. We'll think that wasn't there last week, and then we'll see what it is. We'll have a random on there.
Yeah.
See what happens. So yeah, if you want your name in your channel in the link on the bottom below, send an email to or put a comment on this video when it goes
out. £10 note, a £10 note or a mail order.
Yeah,
to send them out.
It's always welcome. Yeah. And as Nige would always say, and he always put I think you put a comment up before, Nige, about if anybody sees all these links on, give them a visit, support your channels, and subscribe, and also view the channels when you get the time. No one's going to be able to view all the channels all the time because we have busy lives.
You speak for yourself.
Yeah. Well, not everybody. I can't, but I try my best.
Some of us take this retirement like seriously.
I will when I get.
I don't think you're doing it properly.
I'm not.
I mean, I mean, I think I've been probably retired the longest, so I know what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
I don't think you're taking it seriously enough, Joe. I think you should be a bit more relaxed about it.
I am. But when I get more time, I will do. But
You know,
I mean, I know earlier on you said you were tight. We'll slacken you up in September, don't you
it's
worry.
on the road, yeah.
see what you should do is what me and Nige do. We spend most of our day just on the internet, and you think, oh, what can I do? What can I buy? Where can I?
Mm-hmm.
What does my bike need?
I'm an honorary member of AliExpress.
Yeah. Oh, I know that looks good. I'll put that on my bike, and then you put it on. You think, nah. And then you put it in a box and you shove it up in the. And then you think later on, what can I do? Oh, I brought that thing a while back. I shove that on the. And you just do that. Try that. So take things
Gotta
on
be
and put them
done.
back on again and pull them off.
In a way, though, I'm hoping when this bloody DJI 360 comes out and the DJI Mic 3, I hope they're both crap, and then we haven't got to buy it.
Yeah. Well, who's prepared to buy one to prove or disprove that theory? Do we wait for the likes of TMF and Exeter Rider to purchase one
I know it.
and then see whether they get on with it or not? I mean, because that's their job, isn't it? This reviewing and all that sort of stuff. And
Grey Wolf's got a question. Go on, Nige. I know you're going to say it. Go on.
Yeah. Anyone got a picture of their bike in front of a castle asking for a friend? Answers on a postcard. And Mike said, commented on one of my videos earlier, because obviously I've been doing the old Boots on Tour videos where we went to Corfe Castle and Steve's bike was in front of the castle, and that, yeah. And obviously then I've released the one where we went and did Steve's photo for Al the Scottish Bikers Challenge. So they have overlapped. But I've still got to get one. I've still got to get mine in front of a castle.
You
I've
could have
just
had
got
that.
this thing about hanging around with old relics.
I'll tell you, there is a place up here called Nunny Castle. It's got a moat all the way around it. That's quite a nice one.
Yeah, sort of one of
I
the
did
ones I
see that
looked
one.
at
It
because it's
wasn't
close.
far away from where we were, was it?
No, we could have gone and done it there, and it would have just as
If I
as
can
good.
find it, I've got an idea of where to put my bike in front of.
Where's that?
It's whether
Windsor
I can find it. It's whether I can find it.
We'll keep that as a secret for going forward, I think. Anyway, I'm going to go through the list of people on this stream. I'm going to close the stream in about 10 minutes or so for a final drink. Has anybody got any final things they want to say before we get there? Yeah, I like that one. Yeah. All good things come to an end, they say. But it makes you look forward to the next one even more, doesn't it? Anyway, I'm going to start from the top of this list here and go through the list. And obviously, if anybody remembers, sees I've forgotten anybody, let me know. So I want to thank everybody in the side chat for coming along today. We've had Dylan from Cavan Honda Rider. We've had Monkeywood Garage. We've had Very Strange Bikers. And I'm only going Slowbo Lobos here. Thank you for coming along. And Pecos Paul, Strange Fruit Bikers 20. Grey Wolf. It's been quite a busy weekend. Stream. Who else have we had?
Al the Scottish Biker.
Al the Scottish Biker, you're going down faster than I am. We've had Slowbo Lobo, another mention there. Very Strange Bikers. I'm only doing this to go down the list. It's easier for me. Pecos Paul. Did I mention Pecos Paul?
You did.
Very good
Dylan
talk.
was in.
Dylan was in. There's going to be a few repeats going down here because I'm just going through the comments because that's the easiest way. Steve M109R, he popped in. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate that. And who else have we got? This is where it goes all quiet.
Well,
Spencer
I'll start from the bottom and working my way up. I'll meet you in the middle.
Biker. Yeah, you do that. That's great. Grey Wolf, yeah, Slowbo, Pecos
I
Paul.
think you've covered them.
Right, that's brilliant. So thank you everybody for coming in, and I want to thank my guests. Howie702, there he is, cool as a cucumber, sitting there with his cool glasses on. I like that. Great picture. We've had Nige from Tojj29 and Steve from Steve the Dorset Rider. Thank you very much for coming in today. Really do appreciate you coming on to the channel. And having a bit of a laugh on a Sunday afternoon, or Sunday evening, should I say. So we're going to close it there. Enjoy your week. It's going to be really hot, so get out there on a bike if you can, and take care when you ride along. Drink plenty of water and all that. And we'll see you all in the next live stream or somewhere down the line.